We got a thunderstorm right approaching into Oxford. I've seen like 3 or 4 lightning strikes about 5 to 10 kilometers away. That's got a bad view because of the buildings, but I think I can't find anything better than this. It's a nice basis in front of the storm, indicate updrafts. I can hear thunder right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop it and find a better place, and if there are more nice strikes, I will try to tape those. Some very nice cloud base. The lightning is about 3 to 5 kilometers away, which is mostly intra-cloud. Flash. Strike about, I'd say 5 kilometers away. Even closer. There was a strike. 2 kilometers away, intra-cloud. Under intra-cloud, but I didn't see it. Also about 2 to 3 kilometers above us. See some vertical motion over there. Just feel it downdraft. Looking south. Yeah, the rain is very heavy now. The core of the storm is sort of pushing here. There are still a few intra-cloud strikes. Whoa. That was visible in the camera. Yeah, that was intra-cloud strike, so the storm doesn't seem to be very organized because there's very little shear, but if this is the case, there could be some cells further east. I'm not chasing this storm because it's too weak and my exams are too soon for me to spend the whole day chasing. And it is the first storm in the United Kingdom which started about 25 kilometers west of here. Looks like the lightning activity has decreased. So I'm gonna wait for about 2 minutes. Oh, there was a strike, I hope you saw it. 4 minutes between strikes. It's moving very slowly towards, it's to our south now and it's going sort of east-southeast. All these strikes were intra-cloud. There was I couldn't hear any deep rumble which indicates a cloud to ground strike. There's another intra-cloud one, much sooner than I anticipated, but it wasn't very well visible, so I don't mind, the camera was off. We're still very close, less than 2 kilometers from here. The main core is south of us now. And there was one. 2 kilometers. The whole activity is now intra-cloud, which means the storm is probably decaying. The strike frequency has increased a little in the last 5 minutes, or 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, we haven't had strikes for 4 minutes now, so the storm is probably it's weakening, it's falling apart. There is some heavy rain to our south, I can see it, but it wasn't very strong anyhow, so let me just check the radar. Yeah, I can see the cell is moving away and it looks like it's decaying, so I think there will be no more lightning strikes from this one. There will be some more towards London, eastwards, so if I had time I could hop on a train and wait there for them to develop or catch them off, but it won't be anything special. So if there is nothing more around Oxford, that's the end. The date is today, it's 15th of May 2007 and the time is 5 o'clock 14 minutes, 14 past 5. So this storm lasted about 45 minutes altogether and I watched it for about half an hour. There was one more strike, probably isolated, because I didn't see it, but I heard thunder, very loud thunder. It was not extremely loud, it was sort of 5 kilometers away, maybe even less if it was within the cloud. There is a sort of a flanking line going southwest of the main storm, so there could have been some development. I was trying to show you like over there behind the trees, but it's very difficult to see it over the window, and there isn't probably a better place to view it towards the south. But it's sort of clearing, it's going away, so if there is any development it will be south of here, near Reading, or it may have been just an isolated one from the anvil, like a residual discharge from a thunderstorm which is falling apart. So I'm gonna stop the camera, and if there is anything interesting I will turn it on again, but what I think is it was just a residual one, or there is a chance that the flanking line in Reading has developed more, which means there could be a few more, but south of here. Actually I still can hear thunder. Yes, away from our area, as you can see there is some nice cloud structure here, but it's clearing. There are still some clouds trying to shoot up over there, but it's behind the precipitations which is breaking them apart, and it has cooled down. It was 16 degrees before the storm and it's only 10 degrees right now, according to the measurement of which is sent from the Oxford weather station. There was a flash over there, very far, it's quite far. 13 kilometers I can hear thunder now. Some nice cumulus on the flanking line behind the storm. The major precip center is over there between Oxford and Reading. There is another like shower, but this shower cell is weaker, it looks quite black, but there is no lightning and it's sort of not intensifying much. I don't know what this one will do. It is quite far from here and it's probably not developing. Okay, this is Oxford. This distance is this is a bit less than 50 kilometers, so this is almost 100 kilometers from here to the edge of the radar, or to the storm. This is at 3:30 local time, which is when initiation took place. There are some more showers, but according to the lightning detection, lightning was detected only on a storm which developed from this cell. So I'm gonna not move it every 5 minutes, but I'm gonna skip it from about 15 minutes. So this is 3:45. You can see that it was already developed. And this is probably when the first lightning discharges were detected. That's when my lightning detector started to detect lightning. There is a strong cell possibly with hail and some stronger ones in the north. But according to the lightning detector there was no lightning, but there could have been, and likely were some cloud to cloud discharges in these. Okay, that's 4:15, then 4:30. Okay, it's 4:30. There were the clouds were reaching Oxford, and this cell was still intensifying, while the cells in the north were not very intense at the time. But this one was still having all the instability, and there was another one which was sort of south of here, so I was just hoping this one will pick it up, and I could hear the first thunder at the time. 4:35 is when I could see some heavy rain, and to the north and to the west there was some sporadic cloud to cloud lightning, and this is probably when I started to tape. 10:05, this is when it was approaching Oxford. There were the lightning discharges between the cloud, which were quite strong, and some of them were cloud to ground with lots of lightning. This is when it was probably almost maturing. One of these northern cells also got a bit stronger, but no lightning reported there. 5:05, this is when I moved to my room. It was just in Oxford. There was this burst of heavy rain, and I could see lightning from my room, these intra-cloud strikes which are just south of here. No lightning detected anywhere else, but there were some heavier showers like over there, over here. But it decayed in a bit. 5:20, there is sort of a decay. Yeah, there are some smaller showers in the south. Then 5:25, there was a rapid development south of here, which is where I saw these strikes. It's always a development takes place on the southern branch of these line of showers, which stretched all the way to Leicester and east of Birmingham, where a southern one got strong with thunder. There was some heavy rain here, but no lightning detected. And again, this flanking line probably got too far behind into the cold air, so nothing more. And this one may still develop, I don't know. Then 5:14 undefined, and 5:45 is probably the most recent one right now. Still some heavy rain where this arrow is in here. Probably still some lightning, but all these showers towards the north are decaying. There are some development in front of it, some development behind. So, and the showers towards the south are decaying a bit more. It may form a line later on, and there could be perhaps a storm somewhere here later on, but it's uncertain because the cape is not that strong. Yeah, still some heavy rain, but no lightning. Some development in here, which could be a storm later on. And there is one strong cell near Birmingham, probably with hail, but it's developed in a cool, unstable area behind the showers, which was moist, and it probably warmed up a bit after those storms, so it may develop into a thunderstorm. But there is some cloud probably in front of it, so because of these precip signals, it probably won't survive much longer. And just to sum up, this was behind the cold front which passed through this morning. Some unstable air developed, and these temperature climbed to 16 degrees, and these thunderstorms just popped up.